Hey folks, happy Sunday. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Happy Father's Day to my dad. And that's why I wanted to knock out this quick video. As many of you know, actually this will be the second Father's Day that I actually feel really good. And obviously every Father's Day since I became a father with my boy Matthew in the year 2000, obviously I felt gratitude. But there was, since my father had passed away, and I was convinced that man died of a broken heart. It was, it's always bittersweet. Obviously, you take some time to reflect and look at your own family, and it's a day to celebrate and practice gratitude. But it was always there was just always a little gray over it, right? Because I miss my dad terribly. My dad was my hero, right? My mom's my hero. You're a hero to somebody, right? Nobody ever uses that term for themselves, right? Especially in the military, ain't no hero. But my dad was my hero. And what I wanted to share with you, as many of you know, a little over a year ago, well, last May, I received just an absolute gift from God, the gift of healing, right? And I needed that gift, but I was going to say I didn't need that gift, because you're already, the way God made you, you're already perfect the way you are. Everything's perfect. It's these egos, it's these layers, it's the pain, the trauma, the drugs, the alcohol, whatever it is that separates us from God. But last year, on the medicine, as many of you know, the entheogenic medicine, this just incredible gift, I was able to see my sister Monica and my father. And when they both came to me, they were just absolutely happy. They were beautiful. I'd never seen, can't remember the last time I saw my dad that happy. And then they went away, right? They started to use lack of a better word, they started to like pixelate. And it was terrifying to me. I was screaming, where are you going? Don't leave me again. And on the medicine, if you don't get something, it'll show you again until you get it. And my dad, my sister came back. And I was like, okay, wow. And then as they started to go this time, I followed them. And they went into everything. I saw them go into me. I saw them go into you. I saw them go into the ocean, into the clouds, into the wind. And I got peace. I felt a peace that I've never felt before. It was incredible. They never left, and they're here, and they're with me. Saw Monica go over towards my daughter Keely, and I really felt this gift of healing. So that was last May, and then I did the medicine again as part of our No Fallen Heroes documentary, but not for the documentary. I did it again because there's more layers. After I did the medicine the first time, man, I kind of didn't follow the instructor's manual, right? Got back into, kind of was good, and then, hit some stall speed and kind of stalled. So God is right on time. So I was lucky enough to do the medicine again with 4 other just incredible Americans that you're going to meet in our No Fallen Heroes project. And this is why I want to bring this up, is because this time on the medicine, it was a different experience, right? I was told that, hey, anybody who steps into the medicine again, who's doing it to heal others or to learn how to heal others, you're going to see the medicine is going to show you everything. So this time, when I kind of got lifted up into space, the first time, boom, big light, the whole, I strongly recommend you watch that podcast, episode 7 of the Max Afterburner podcast, because I don't want to repeat all of it, but man, God was that truth, source, divine, whatever word you want to use, God right there, big light, love, man, just, it was incredible. Well, this time, when I got lifted up into space, or whatever you want to call it, I felt a little alone. I was alone, right? And I'm like, man, I don't like this. Where's the big glowing? And I was a little bummed because I failed the test initially, meaning this, because as I was kind of freaking out, like, holy shit, I don't like this at all, man. I'm alone this time. This little greenish light, instead of this, kind of appeared like down here that said, I'm right here, son. God said, you know this, Matthew. I'm everywhere and everybody and everything. You know this. I was like, oh shit, man. Right out of the gate, I'm failing. And it was like my blankie. God's like, I'll kind of hang out here, but you should know this by now, buddy. You came back, and it's game time, right? So I'm like, okay, shit, failed the test. Whew. I want to fail a test with God, right? So, got that point, but then I was like, shit. Well, Monica, come on, Monica. Can you give me a little bit of a afterburner here? And she kind of appeared too, and she's like, I'm here, Matthew. I've always been here, and I will always be here. And it was another little blanky moment, and then the rest of the journey I experienced, and it was incredible. I bring this up because I didn't see my dad, and I wasn't digging it at first. But then I was like, God and Monica both said, hey man, what didn't you learn the first time? They did it lovingly, right? This wasn't like, it's all love. God, my sister, everything is love, man, at the end of the day. But it was a firm love, like, you know this. So that night, you do what's called a exploration day. Aviators call it a gray day, but it isn't a gray day. It's an exploration day. So sitting with Slider and Stas and Bart and Sledge, and just, sleeping, laughing, crying. But that night, went to bed, and literally like 3 o'clock, I just sat straight up in my bed. Slider was gone. He was like downstairs. I think Bart was staring a little bit. I couldn't see Stas and Sledge, but I sat up in my bed with all just the candles in the room, and I felt my dad came and hugged me. I felt a physical hug. I felt sitting up in the bed. And he said, I didn't hear it, I felt it. I didn't need to hear it. He said, I'm proud of you. That was awesome. It was awesome. Slider came upstairs and told us what happened to him in the kitchen, which is just absolutely incredible. And Bart sat up in his bed, and he had seen in his journey, he saw the score of the high school basketball game that went on that night, and when he found out on Monday, it was the exact score. But anyway, I'm bringing this up because Father's Day now, I feel great. I feel great. I'm here with my kids at the beach, but I feel great because of my dad. And I'm here to tell you that healing is possible, man. You don't have to suffer. You don't have to. Let me put my financial hat on, my Top Gun Options hat on. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Your results might vary, but results are not typical. Every journey is different. I'm just sharing what happened with me with this life-saving medicine. That's my story, but I want to share it. No idea if that resonates with you. We're radical dudes. We're radical chicks, man. Fighter pilots, air crew, SEALs, Rangers, kind of radical people. Maybe we do need that radical healing, but you can meditate, you can do breath work, you can do all sorts of shit to heal. But if this kind of speaks to you, just know that it worked for me, and this is the mission I am undertaking for the rest of my life, is to put this ladder down, to spread the word, to be a disciple, for a better word, not lack of, it is the word, and to let you know that healing is possible. I love you, Dad. I still miss you, obviously, right? But I got you right here, and that's cool. And that was a gift from God. So enjoy your Father's Day, everybody. We are truly blessed. Practice some gratitude today if it speaks to you. Okay? Have a great rest of your day. God bless. Namaste. And fights on.